guys, welcome to the Mindful Life Practice. My name is Alex. I am coming at you today from Canada. I just flew home yesterday, 14-hour flight, Abu Dhabi to Canada, and I'm in my mom's house in Toronto. And I'm going to take you through a practice this morning that is specifically for releasing tension in the body if you've been on a long airplane flight like I've just been. So parts of the body that get tense when we're sitting on an airplane, our back, our shoulders, often our hamstrings and our hips. So we're going to move through a practice that specifically opens through those areas, and it will be a gentle practice as I'm pretty jet lagged.
The Mindful Life Practice.
We're going to start in a restorative pose. This pose is legs up the wall. So you're going to bring your hips towards a wall. If you have a wall nearby, roll onto your spine and then lengthen your legs up the wall. Let your shoulders and your arms be resting. Just tap into your breath.
Turn your attention towards the inhale. As you breathe in, where does your breath enter the nose? Feel the breath move all the way down to the base of the belly like water filling a glass. And then as you exhale, release from the bottom up. Keep breathing like this. Inhale fills the nose, fills the breath, fills the body. And then exhale, empty and release. Keep breathing in total stillness. Maybe acknowledging or setting an intention for your practice. Whether it's to create a bit more space in the body, space in the mind, space in the breath.
Stay with legs up the wall for one more round of breath. And slowly make your way down out of that shape. We're going to roll to one side. Come all the way up to a seated position. Place your soles of the feet together and let your knees come apart. So your feet can be closer together or they can be a little bit closer to the hips, whatever you prefer. I like to grab hold of my feet and then take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, hinge your body forward over the legs and just kind of let your body release.
How does this posture feel in the hips? Baddha Konasana is called cobbler's pose. So a lot of cobblers sit in this position to work. And it can also be called butterfly pose because it opens the hip joints and the knees kind of look like a butterfly. It's an effective pose to reduce the stiffness in the hip joints and helps with better hip joint flexibility. So remain in this posture for a few more rounds of breath. Can you direct the breath down towards the hip joints into areas of tightness or tension?
So walk all the way back. Just rock onto your hands and knees, and we're going to come up into our first down dog. So spread through the palms, spread through the fingers, lift the hips up and back, and bend through one knee, press through one heel, and then take the opposite side. So part of our body that gets really tight when we're on a plane for a long time is the calves.
As you're moving through this stretch, how does it feel to press through one heel and then press through the next, stretching out through the backs of the calf muscles?
Bend through the knees, gaze forward. Walk the feet up to meet the hands. Grip the palms to opposite elbows. Bend the knees a lot. Dangle the head and neck. Release. Rock from side to side.
Can you, with each inhale, create a bit more space in the hip joint? And then with each exhale, sink a little deeper into the shape, letting the tension on the back kind of roll off the shoulders.
Release your grip. Take an inhale to halfway lift. Take an exhale back to your fold and then press through the feet. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Reach through the fingers. Grip your palms and extend them overhead. Now as you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, stretch over to the right. So you're getting a nice stretch through the left side body. Inhale all the way through center. Exhale, switch the opposite way, so over to the left. Take one more of each. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And then breath out. Come all the way up through center. Release through the fingers. Send both palms down towards the mat. You're going to take an inhale to halfway lift. And then as you exhale, lower down, step your left foot back on the mat, land onto the left knee. Take an inhale, lift both palms up towards the sky. So we're getting into the hips here. Exhale to fold forward. Walk your palms back on the mat and lengthen through the right leg. So 3 breaths in this hamstring stretch. As you inhale, can you create a bit of space? As you exhale, sink into that space. 2 more. One more. Walk your palms forward, bend through the left knee, tuck through the left toes, press the right foot back, land onto both knees. Let's just take a little mini vinyasa, lowering down, elbows drawing back. Inhale, lifting up into a back bend. Exhale to lower back down, shift through a table, find your way up to a down dog. Opposite side, so our right foot was forward that time. Let's take the left foot forward. You might have to wiggle or use your hand to step it forward until your left ankle's under your left knee, and then land the right knee back. Inhale, both palms up towards the sky. Hinge forward. Start walking the palms back as you lengthen over the left leg and take 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale, hinge into your shape. 2 more. One more. Walk your palms back. You're going to step the left foot back, the left knee back to meet the right. We're going to move through a little bit of a shoulder stretch now. So as you inhale, take your right arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, send your right arm underneath the left. So you're landing onto your right cheek and your right shoulder. And now you might stay here, or maybe take the left arm up, wrap the arm around the body, hooking it near the right thigh. Unwind the arm, come all the way back up. Let's take that shoulder stretch the opposite way. So left arm reaches up towards the sky, and then send the left arm underneath the right. You're landing onto the cheek and the shoulder now. Take the right arm up and maybe wrap it around the body. Come back all the way to upright. Land through your right palm. Press all the way back up into a table, and now tuck the toes under. Sit the hips back onto the heels. So this is a nice stretch through the backs of the soles of the feet. If it feels like too much for your feet, you can always just come back to sit on the heels or take a crisscross. All right, but if it's okay for you, we'll stay tucked. Drop the right earlobe towards the right shoulder, and then maybe you take the right palm and place it on the side of the head. So you should be feeling this stretch through the left traps muscle. Play around with your left arm.
In what part of the neck are you feeling this stretch the most? Where is there release?
Let's take that stretch the opposite way now. So we're stretching on the left traps muscle. Now you're going to take the head all the way up and stretch the right traps muscle.
So this is a part of the body where we hold a lot of our tension and our stress. And as we're opening up through the neck in this area, you might start to feel some of that tension and that stress kind of come to the surface. And know that that's normal. Part of the yoga practice is kind of unlocking these areas of tension in the body and releasing.
Take the head all the way back up and uncross the toes and just roll onto the spine. Make your way back. 2 more stretches. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Flex through the right toes. So you might stay here with your left foot on the mat, or maybe you take your stretch a little deeper, interlacing the palms on the left thigh or the left shin. So this is a really nice stretch for the right hip flexor.
Where are you feeling this stretch? In what layer of the hip, in what muscle? Where is the tension? Where is the tightness? As you breathe into this shape, maybe you feel yourself moving slightly deeper into it. Be curious about how the sensation shifts.
Release the left foot, release the right. We'll take that stretch the opposite way. So left foot crosses on the right knee, flex through the left toes, push the left palm into the left thigh, either staying here or interlacing the palms. Release the right foot, release the left foot. Open the arms into cactus arms. Just drop your knees over to the right. Land your right palm on the left thigh. Gaze over the left shoulder, your spinal twist.
I love to end the yoga practice with a spinal twist because it feels like a release of all of the tension that's accumulated in the spine throughout the day. Like if you imagine a wet washcloth and you're just wringing it out of all of the things that it's accumulated.
Release the right arm, just take the knees all the way through center, and then drop them the opposite way over to the left. The knees all the way up through center. Give yourself a little hug. You rock side to side, massaging the low back. And then you can stretch your way out into a final resting pose, a Shavasana. When you're ready to wake up, just wiggle your fingers and your toes. And a nice stretch through the spine. Make your way all the way up to seated. Come to crisscross and just take your palms into heart center. Thank you guys so much for sharing the space and the practice this morning or afternoon or evening or wherever you are. I hope you're feeling rested and refreshed. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice.
Thank you guys so much for joining and practicing with me today. If you enjoyed that practice, please subscribe to the Mindful Life Practice. Follow me on Instagram, Alex McGrobs, and the Mindful Life Practice. Share this practice with anyone you think would enjoy it. Hope to see you again. Namaste.